Dear children, now let us continue with the third lesson, living things. So, as we have discussed about some of the characteristics of living things, now let us continue with the characteristics of living things. So, today another characteristics of living things is living things reproduce. So, what is another characteristics of living things? Living things reproduce. Living things reproduce. Here, listen here, all living things reproduce, yes or no? All living things, they give birth to young ones. That is called as what? Reproduce. Here, all living things reproduce. Some animals lay eggs, while others reproduce by giving birth to young ones. Means here, some animals, they lay eggs. How they reproduce? Some animals, they lay eggs, and some animals, they give birth to young ones. Here, plants produce seeds that can germinate into new plant. Plants, what they do? Plants, they germinate seed that can grow into a new plant. Plants, they produce seeds. After producing seed, what will happen? That seeds will germinate. A seeds anedi germinate aitundi. Germinate means what? Germinate means from seed what will happen? It will grow into a baby plant, and from baby plant it will grow into a big plant, and from the big plant at last stage it grows into a big tree. Like that, the process all we call it as what? Germination. The plant produce seeds and germinate to form a new plant, and it grows into a new plant. And here some plants do not produce seeds but gives rise to new plants in different ways. But some plants what they do? They do not produce seeds. But how the new plants will grow means what happens there? They produce new plants by some process, means for some different ways. By some different ways only they produce new plants. New plants is, for example, leaf. Leaf is there means another small leaf will grow at the edges of the leaf. Like that, by different process they grow into a new plant. Oh, this is about living things reproduce. Okay, next let us discuss about another characteristics. The another characteristics is living things die. What it is? Living things die. Here all living things must die one day or the other. Yes, all living things. Whatever the living things are there, all living things must die one day or the other. Even including human beings also, including us also. We also. Yes or no? We must die one day or the other. Ante mana time eppudu vastundi manam appudu chanipotam avuna kada. In the same way, not even plants, animals, whatever it is, all living organisms, they will die one day or other. They will not be, they can't live in the same place for a longer time. Earth మీద చాలా రోజులు ఎక్కువ రోజులు ఉండవు అనమాట. They can't be for a longer years. Yes or no? They must, after that time they have to die. So here as an organism grows, it undergoes many changes during its lifetime. As an organism grows, it undergoes many changes during its lifetime. Like for example, you take an human being. So what happens in human being? How the human being will born there? With the when it is born, when the human being అంటే మనిషి పుట్టినప్పుడు ఎట్లుంటాడు? అప్పుడు చిన్న పాపో బాబో అన్నట్లు ఉంటాడు. మీన్స్ లైక్ a small baby. And after small baby what happens? After few months the small baby will be able to walk, stand, yes or no? And after few years the small baby will grow into a child, and again after few years the child will become into an adult, and after few years that adult will become an old person. Yes sir, old person. And after becoming an old person, when the after becomes older person, after becoming an older person, the person will die. After some days he live and then he die. Yes or no? Like this all organisms till what you call it as ante ikkada till the born to death, many changes takes place during those time. దా మధ్యలో చాలా చేంజెస్ జరుగుతాయి అనమాట. ఇక్కడ బేబీ ఉన్నట్ల చైల్డ్ ఉండదు, చైల్డ్ ఉన్నట్లు అడల్ట్ ఉన్నారు, అడల్ట్ ఉన్నట్లే ఓల్డ్ ఏజ్ పర్సన్స్ ఉన్నారు. అలాగే చాలా చేంజెస్ మనం ఏమైతే చూస్తున్నామో అవన్నీ మనము బతికినప్పుడు, పుట్టినప్పటి నుంచి చనిపోయేంత వరకు చాలా చేంజెస్ చూస్తాం అక్కడ. వీ కెన్ సీ మెనీ చేంజెస్ డ్యూరింగ్ దోస్ టైమ్. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? హియర్ ఆల్ ఆర్గానిజమ్స్ కెన్ సీ మెనీ చేంజెస్ డ్యూరింగ్ దర్ లైఫ్ టైమ్, అండ్ ఫైనలీ దే డై. Finally, it undergoes a aging process and dies after some time. Okay, this is about living things die. Okay, next let us discuss about further classification. The further classification, it is based on the information above. We can confidently categorize earthworms as living things as they carry out all 7 life processes. See here, we can say that earthworm is also one of the living things, as it can carry out all the 7 life processes. What are those? Listen here. It is now possible to classify them further into a series of hierarchical categories: kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus and species. Classifying living things into these categories is an important way for scientists to show how living things are related to each other, and most scientists classify living things into one of the following 6 kingdoms. Which kingdom do you think earthworms belong to? See here, to study this here, you are first what they are saying here, you should know about the classification. But about the classification, they are not given the more detail. దాని గురించి ఎక్కువ డీటెయిల్ అయితే తీయలేదు, బట్ జస్ట్ వాట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ జస్ట్ స్మాల్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇస్ గివన్ అబౌట్ ద క్లాసిఫికేషన్. ఒక చిన్న ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ మాత్రం ఇచ్చారు. ఏదే కానీ ఎనీ ఆర్గానిజమ్స్ if it is there means about the organism, to know about the organisms, those organisms are classified here. Those how they are classified? They are classified in the form of kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus and species. ఎలా క్లాసిఫై చేశారంటే లైక్ kingdom, order, kingdom, phylum, class, order, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus and species. Family, genus and species. Here these are the classification. Classification అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏదే ఆర్గానిజమ్స్ కానీ వెదర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ప్లాంట్స్ ఆర్ ఎనిమల్స్, ప్లాంట్స్ అని ఉండొచ్చు, ఎనిమల్స్ అని ఉండొచ్చు, అది క్లాసిఫికేషన్ అనేది ఇలాగ రాసి పక్కన ఆ కింగ్డమ్ ఏ కింగ్డమ్ వెదర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ బిలాంగ్స్ టు ఎనిమల్ ఆర్ ప్లాంట్. ఇఫ్ ఇట్ బిలాంగ్స్ టు ఎనిమల్ ఇట్ ఈస్ రిటన్ as animal A. And phylum, which phylum it is belonging. Phylum means you are going to study more detail in the IA section about the phylum. Phylum గురించి మీరు ఎక్కువ అంటే IA సెక్షన్లో చదువుకుంటారు. And next is a class, order, family, genus, species. This all you are going to learn more detail in the IA section. Okay, now not only that, after knowing the information of this all classification, these are called as what? Classification antaru. Dini classification antaru. Now just to remind you are what you have to do అంటే మీరు ఎంత గుర్తు పెట్టుకోవాలంటే ఇవన్నీ క్లాసిఫికేషన్ అంటారని అది మాత్రం గుర్తు పెట్టుకోవాలి. సియర్ కింగ్డమ్, ఫైలం, క్లాస్, ఆర్డర్, ఫ్యామిలీ, జీనస్, స్పీషీస్. దిస్ ఆల్ ఆర్ ద క్లాసిఫికేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఆర్గానిజమ్స్ వెదర్ దే ఆర్ ప్లాంట్స్ ఆర్ ఎనిమల్స్. ప్లాంట్స్ కూడా ఇవే రాస్తారనమాట. ఇఫ్ ఇట్ బిలాంగ్స్ టు ప్లాంట్ దెన్ కింగ్డమ్ ఇస్ రిటన్ యాజ్ ప్లాంట్ ఏ. If it is animal, kingdom is written as animal. Like this some kingdoms are there. Like this some 6 kingdoms are there. 6 classifications. 6 or 5 classifications are there. 5 actually 5 are there. That you later you are going to learn in the higher section more detail. Okay, now listen here. Classifying living things into these categories is an important way for scientists to show how living things are related to each other. And most scientists classify living things into one of the following 6 kingdoms. Here which kingdom do you think earthworm belongs to? Here bacteria are single-celled microorganisms that don't have a nuclear membrane. Here bacteria. Bacteria means see here. Okay, this is the bacteria. Bacteria are single-celled microorganisms. They are single-celled microorganisms. They don't have nuclear membrane. They are single-celled microorganisms. These bacteria are single-celled microorganisms. Here in the middle there is a nucleus. What you call this as a nucleus. For this nucleus there is not nuclear membrane is absent. Nuclear membrane అనేది ఉండదు. Nuclear membrane means actually your plant cell or animal cell వెదర్ దేర్ న్యూక్లియస్ ప్లాంట్ సెల్ కానీ ఎనిమల్ సెల్ కానీ న్యూక్లియస్ ఉంటే దానికి అవుటర్ కవరింగ్ న్యూక్లియర్ మెంబ్రేన్ అని ఉంటుంది. న్యూక్లియస్ చుట్టుముట్టు న్యూక్లియర్ మెంబ్రేన్ అని ఒక లేయర్ ఉంటుంది. ఆ లేయర్ అనేది ఈ బ్యాక్టీరియాలో ఉండదు. The nuclear membrane is absent in a bacteria. Understood? And they are single-celled organisms and they do not have a nuclear membrane. Here protozoans are single-celled organisms. They are generally much larger than bacteria. They may be autotrophic or heterotrophic. And chromis are a diverse group of plant-like organisms and range from very small to very large. They are found in almost all environments. క్రోమిస్ట్ అంటే ఈ ఆల్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్స్ అంటే మీరు మాకు సరౌండింగ్స్లో ఎక్కడైనా మనం చూడవచ్చు. క్రోమిస్ట్ అంటే దే ఆర్ ఏ డైవర్స్ గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ ప్లాంట్స్ లైక్ ఆర్గానిజమ్స్. డైవర్స్ గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ ప్లాంట్స్ లైక్ ఆర్గానిజమ్స్ అంటే మనకు చూడడానికి అదొక ప్లాంట్ లెక్కలా కనిపిస్తుంది అనమాట. They may be especially during rainy season, it might have grown in everywhere near our surrounding. You might have seen more greenery in a rainy season. Yes or no? Rainy season lo manam ekko greenery ane chustamu. So during that season only we can see this chromist like a small green color, like that we can see in some other surrounding our environment also. And they are found in almost all environment.